And look, save the date. You heard? Next weekend. I'm about to issue and put the responsibility of that audio in the hands of the battle rap community. You heard? I'm about to make it so that the battle rap community could push the button on Eazy. You heard? I'm about to put the responsibility fully in y'all hand. Y'all gonna have the power. Next weekend, you hear me? Next Sunday on this channel right here, I'm gonna be letting every one of the fucking supporters in this community know exactly how to push that.
Yo, what up, man? Chris, somebody checking in, man. Back with the blog, man. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe anyway, and I appreciate all the support. Salute. Hope you guys is having a good Monday, good start of the week. You see the shirt, man. The mayor affair. I'm making this blog to apologize to Eazy, man. It's real easy to get on here and grind people up when there's things about them, accusations or rumors or narratives that's put out there. But when they don't come to fruition, you got to get on the same camera and you got to be like, maybe we jumped the gun, we could have been wrong, or just, ain't nobody else gonna tell you my bad. So I did a blog. This is about Showoff. We all know that Showoff came out and said he had some audio, said he spoke to Eazy. And I did a blog about a little bit about Eazy in this situation. Now, I didn't hear the audio, and that, like everybody else, I never heard the audio either. But I did say, like, damn, Eazy, like, for you to be talking to Showoff kind of in that kind of way, like, where your friends at? Do you got friends? You got, your friends can't be battle rap people. Like, who are these people that's like before battle rap? And, people took a little liking to that. Some people DM me like, damn, it's kind of crazy that you say Eazy don't really have no friends. I'm like, yeah, he kind of hanging out with Drake Majesty and different stuff like that. And it's just kind of like, he had the, Muslim Poppy and all this. These are like battle rap people he met. So I'm like, when you have all these personal issues, you need to be able to get on the phone with some day one people, some people that know you, some people that's not going to be, pillow talking and get on the internet and airing you out and stuff like that. So I was like, for you to be talking to Showoff, who you barely booked or whatever the case may be for the New York versus Philly card, I'm just thinking like, why Showoff? So I did that blog. Now, I'm doing that blog assuming, because I spoke to Showoff, that there would be some audio coming out. And I'm just like, okay, it will tie into what I'm saying. What it's been, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, still no audio. I don't know why there's no audio. At this point, I don't really give a fuck. I spoke to Showoff recently and I asked him about it. And I gotta be real, he took kind of it is what it is kind of thing. Like, I'll be all right. It is what it is. He kind of made a reference like, well, they accept rats in this culture, so I think I'll be okay. I guess he's talking about Tattlefax and whoever else. I don't know. But he kind of took that approach. So really giving no mention that any audio was coming out. Now, let me go back. When he first spoke about the audio, I hit him up and I asked him directly, do you have audio on Eazy the Block Captain? His response was yes. He starts telling me what Eazy said. I'm asking him, is it going to be released? All this kind of stuff. And he's like, oh, just calm down. I'm going to do it, my kind of way. It's coming out. It's definitely coming out. And he said, I'm planning something legendary. Legendary, right? I didn't know what that meant, but I'm real good at media training, bro. And like knowing what it is about the culture, how the culture will react, stuff like that. So in my mind, I'm thinking, you're not as popular as Eazy. He can turn things around on you. And you're going to be looked at as someone who recorded him, which is going to be like police activity to a lot of people. They did it with Henny Man. They're going to do it with you. Now, if you put the audio out, eventually the audio will take over and it kind of, eventually it won't matter. But that's what people are going to say. Now they're pulling up tweets that basically back in the day, I guess when the audio first came out with Henny Man, that he kind of was tweeting like putting out audio or recording people as police activity. He made a comment like, you should throw some water on him. He probably got a wire on him and stuff like that. So you were definitely against recording niggas only to turn around and record. When I asked you why you recorded Eazy, you basically said like, yo, I couldn't really trust a nigga. You know, I know he getting into it with ARP, all this kind of stuff, so I couldn't really trust him in case he kind of flipped on me. I needed something on him. All right, I ain't mad. Okay, cool. I know he beefing with ARP. I know ARP is your man. Excuse me. I thought you were going to give the audio to ARP. That's what I thought. I thought like, oh, ARP will just put it out. Talk to ARP, you know, have the audio. It's not coming out. He kind of not really continue. I mean, I ain't gonna say he's not continuing, but he got like an intermission on his Eazy series. I don't know. He's moving on to other topics now. But he don't have the audio either. Eazy basically challenged you, drop the audio. Nigga, like, what's up? Drop the audio. He's basically like daring you to drop the audio. You put on Twitter, in response to a tweet from Piper Boy, you put on Twitter, tune into, like, I think, it may not be Piper Boy, I want to make sure I get it right, but it was something to the effect of, somebody was saying that, you know, how Eazy may have turned the tables on you a little bit or whatever, or called your bluff or whatever. And you was like, oh, no, he didn't. Tune into my YouTube channel tonight. I will, I guess, explain everything, clear up everything. And you had hashtag monetize. When you do stuff like that, it's going to come off as clout chasing. And I like Showoff. I've done a sit down with Showoff. I've been to Charlotte. I've hung out with him. He's somebody that's supported me since I've been in the culture. Obviously, I've seen him at RBE events. So I don't have no issue with Showoff. But this is a valuable lesson that you're going to learn about this culture, Showoff. And I don't know if you're going to even really be able to succeed in battle rap anymore. And I don't know if you really care. You might not really care. You know what I'm saying? You had already said that you weren't battling no more at one point in time. I know the Calico battle didn't really work out for you and everything like that. But like stuff like this can really get you up out of here in terms of like how you're looked at or even just people wanting to fuck with you. And Eazy has a strong following. He's very much disliked, but he has a strong following. So you ARP doesn't have the audio. The audio never comes out. And it's like, bro, you cannot say you have audio on someone and not drop it. And for you to not drop it, you have done Hip Hop is Real interviews. You've done Polo interviews. You've done interviews on your own channel. You've had ARP speak about this audio, I think in one of his lives, that Eazy was talking to Showoff and it's recorded. You know, apparently it's recorded. You got bloggers saying that, oh, I can't believe, why are you talking to Showoff? It's crazy that you're talking to Showoff. Everybody's just assuming. And I'm not saying that I 100% know you don't have the audio. But if you don't put the audio out, you don't fucking have it. That's all we can say. It don't matter if you tucking it, saving it, whatever. You just don't got the audio, bro. And if you don't put the audio out, then you look like a liar. Because all you have is your word if you don't put the audio out. And I'm making this blog because you entangled too many media niggas in this. And I'm not saying that they're entangled because it's Eazy. I know Eazy is polarizing, but I've mentioned this audio. Caps has mentioned this audio. Vada has mentioned this audio. Hip Hop is Real has mentioned this audio. Polo has mentioned this audio. Maybe Debo has mentioned this audio. Piper Boy has probably mentioned this audio. Nobody says they have audio and it's dropping and don't drop it except Verb. And we look at Verb as a weirdo. But nobody just be like, yeah, I recorded whoever. I recorded so-and-so and I'm going to drop it at 8 o'clock tonight or it's coming out. And it just never comes. And then it's just weird to say that. So the fact that it hasn't dropped, we just have to assume you don't have it. That's all we can assume. We can't even give you the benefit of the doubt at this point. We just got to assume you don't have it. And I don't know where you go to from here, but you've wrapped up so many bloggers. So I will get on this camera and apologize to Eazy for even listening to Showoff, considering that he never put the audio out. And I said, damn, how are you talking to Showoff and being recorded? But if the audio ain't out, then I can't say you were recorded. So if you weren't recorded, then I got to get on camera as the mayor of Fair. And I got to say, it was all a farce. It was all a lie. It was all a farce. I got to say that. And I felt like when I hit you up, I was trying to not get in your business and all this kind of stuff, but I was trying to navigate you from the bullshit that you was about to go into. Eazy is somebody that has a following. You a street dude. It's not going to go right you putting out this audio. It's not going to go as smooth as you think it is. So I was really trying to just pick your brain on how you was going to be releasing it, putting it out, because timing is everything and doing stuff is everything. If you drop it with hashtag monetizing and all this kind of stuff, but you never drop nothing else on your channel, then it looks like you clout chasing. If you put it on Hip Hop Is Real don't really like Eazy, so now it's looking like y'all teaming up against Eazy. So it's like your rollout has to be good. So I thought you would give it an ARP, which might have saved you a little bit. But you're not giving it the ARP either, bro. So either you don't have it, because ain't nobody I spoke to even heard the audio. Like, yeah, I heard it, man. I'm just waiting on him to drop it. It's crazy. Niggas ain't even heard the audio. ARP said he ain't heard it either. So if nobody's heard the audio, bro, do you even have the audio? So I don't know, bro. Like, I don't even know how we got. I'm baffled at how we even got to this point. Eazy has completely flipped this whole thing on you just to look like you're a liar and a clout chaser. And it's just like, how did you go from not being bothered, just trying to figure out a way to battle Calico at some point, to hopping into this ARP beef because he's talking shit about your Calico battle, Eazy is, and not liking the card due to his issue with ARP? You decide to poke your chest out, go at Eazy, say you got this audio and that Eazy was doing X, Y, and Z, and then he's bringing up situations you got with this girl and how you owe her money and you was borrowing money and doing all this kind of stuff. But it was always going to be a hard rollout because it was going to seem like Eazy was talking to you in a vulnerable moment and then you're using it against him, which kind of sometimes doesn't really seem cool. But I get it. People sometimes don't like Eazy, so they would have ran with it. But it's like, you went through all of this. You kind of inserted yourself into something you didn't have to insert yourself about. It didn't matter if Eazy likes your card or not. So what? Everybody don't have to like the card that you're on. But you took it personal, even though y'all really don't have a real relationship. But you took it personal. You aired him out only for him 2 weeks later to flip all this shit on top of your head. And I don't really know how you battle, bro, because it's just kind of like, what are you going to do? Like you and Calico not going to battle. ARP may book you for a full circle, but I don't even know how that rollout is going to be. Half the culture now feel like you frauding. And anytime you say you got something and you don't put it out, it always appears the lesser popular guy, which is you compared to Eazy, is always going to appear like a clout chase move. And when you have that, it's just kind of like, that's just not cool, bro. And I'm just like, I sometimes wish y'all just talk to people in this culture to help y'all navigate situations, because when I first talked to you on day one of this story, you told me, pump your brakes, it's coming out, I'm planning something legendary. 2 weeks later, the shit is flipped on top of your head, bro. And niggas is damn near want you out of the culture. And when I bring it up to you and I ask you like, yo, how did you get to this point of, like, how did you even get here to where Eazy is just like calling your bluff? And you just kind of got a is what it is approach like that. It's almost like you want to be done with the situation now. Bro, you can't be done with the situation when you have went on a media tour about this audio. And I don't know. I know niggas and talked about audio verbs and talked about all this audio and all these people. I saw this person fucking this person and this battle rapper sleeping with this person, this battle rapper with trainings, and he never say no names. He do it all the time. But he's verb, bro. He's weird. The culture allows him to get away with this goofy stuff and still be acting like he a cool nigga. He do a lot of like stuff that's unproven. We don't expect that from you though. And the fact that you let this get like this and let this rock is just not cool, bro, on how you even got to this situation. I got to be honest with you. And when we hit you up or talk to you about it, and bloggers, like I said, all the bloggers damn near, media outlets, Hip Hop Is Real, and all of us get involved and start asking questions, we're assuming that nobody would just say they have audio and don't have audio. That's not even a normal thing you expect to happen. If I tell you I got a Mercedes-Benz, I should have a Mercedes-Benz. If I tell you I got a Toyota Corolla, I should have a Toyota Corolla. I shouldn't be like, yeah, you know, I got a Honda Accord at the crib, and when you see me, I'm pulling up in a Hyundai Sonata. Like, these are just unwarranted mistruths or lies that are not needed. So when you tell us you got audio coming off the Henny Man shit and knowing that Eazy is known for talking to people, we're like, oh, he got audio. That's crazy. Eazy allowed himself to be recorded again. You don't drop the audio, bro. It's apologies are easy, bro. We really dragged them over this audio, and it ain't no fucking audio. Nigga. Holla at your boy.
U2 is the third and last walk on at A14 meter.